it together, guys. Getting it together. Give me 5 seconds. I'll be ready, guys. Still working with YouTube. You know how that goes. Give me 5 seconds. There it is. All right, Bigfoot World. What's going on, Bigfoot World? Another Friday Night Live. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. It was a good day, guys. I gotta say, it was definitely. I don't know. It was a good day, and I had to end it with spending it with you guys. Hopefully, everybody gets the notification and jumps on and joins us for this Friday Night Live. We'll see what happens, guys. It's hard to tell. Little Jeff was supposed to make it today, but looks like the roads are messing up, man. It's been snowing all day. It's freezing out there here in Pennsylvania. It's like what, 14 degrees, 15 degrees. It's cold. It's bitterly cold. Frostbite cold, guys. It's been freezing. Long Island Bigfoot is in the house. What's going on, man? Snoop. I see everybody made it. My man Bob's in the house. It's good to see everybody joining in. YouTube must have sent out the notification for a change. That's what's up, man. I'm glad to see that, guys. I gotta say, man, I've been getting the team together. I spent the day with the kids, with Jeff, Mike, everybody. And man, we got some good plans coming up. As you see in the background, got the sky. What is it? The Vivitar Sky View 360 with the 360 cam. It's a start, man. I can't wait to get that off the ground. And the bad thing or not the bad thing, but the good thing with that, wherever I go into the woods, that thing will follow me, or I got a button where it'll circle around me and shit. So it's going to be a great tool for the team out there in the woods. I'm going to put it to work. And it's got like a 10-15 minute fly time out there on it. So we should be all right. It's definitely an upgrade from the last one. The last one, I had no control over it whatsoever. So I kind of put him in retirement for now. I'm going to break out with that big boy. You too, Kelly. You too. But it was a good day. That definitely was. I seen you've been having problems with your phone, Robert. It's hard to tell. Make sure it ain't on mute. I see you can't hear it. But you always go back and watch again. Thanks, Kimberly. Merry Christmas to you too. And that's in the house. I seen we missed her last week. Everybody was looking for her. And then she gonna cuss me out, text me. You didn't even notice I was. Yeah, we noticed. That's how I know you didn't watch last week in that. Cause we was talking about you. You must have missed that part. But that's in the house. That's what's up. We'll get it going, guys. It's 48. Everybody's still spending time with their family. Nothing wrong with that. But today, man, I went and ate some turkey. I came home and was straight to sleep. I barely made Friday Night Live. I just woke up a little bit ago, so I still have a sleep. If you ain't noticed, it's like turkey puts you straight out every time. It don't matter what you're doing, where you're at, you're sleeping. So I had to hurry up and get home before I fell asleep there. Right. Everybody's here. Everybody's coming. I see for Christmas. That's why I wasn't going to go live tonight because of Christmas Eve. But man, I had to. I couldn't go 2 weeks without seeing you guys. Next week definitely won't be here because I'm not going to come on New Year's Eve and make a fool of myself. I'm going to be tore up for New Year's. This year is over. Man, we made it through this hard ass year. Guys, this year beat me down ain't the word for it, but we stayed on top, man. We kept going, we kept fighting through it. And now this year finally almost over. Yesterday was the last day of peak at work. I made it. It's shit. It's a good feeling to get through it, man. It was hard work getting through peak this year. with the COVID going on, and then Christmas, it was nasty. It was nasty. So next year, man, I want to plan ahead. I want to plan big, and just keep going with it. Just keep fighting, man, because it's been a tough year, and it ain't over yet. We ain't through the bullshit. We ain't out of all this, but we're getting there. We're getting it together, guys. We're definitely getting it together. My next thing I want to get is that 360 cam, as you guys know. I got the 360 on the drone, so you guys will be able to move around, see everything 360 degrees, wherever the drone's filming, whatever it's filming. So that's going to be a great access. I hear you in that with that elf. I can't find my elf. He keeps moving around the damn house. I always see him somewhere different. He was in the kitchen. I don't know where he moved to. He'll pop up somewhere. I hear you, Kathy. How did we all make it 7 days and we started? Yep, you're right, man. We start the new year, a better year. But we did make it. That's what's up. That's all that matters. Right, Long Island. The voices are starting already, or somebody's here. Guys, last week we picked up the voice in there when a woman, where I was talking about the woman saying, telling Philly girl to get out, and it said something. I think it told me to get out last week when we was live. For some reason, it likes to show itself on this live stream. It ain't scared. It want to be known for sure. Yesterday I had someone was sitting here behind me. Fred's girlfriend, Fred and the whole showed up yesterday. They was hanging out with me. Fred was sitting right here, and his girl was back here, and we were sitting here talking. Two things happened to her. The thing must not like her at all, because she was sitting here and Fred was sitting beside her, and we sat here talking, and that the stick behind me, the stick right there in the corner, it came straight out. It's like it was going to crack her in the head. It came down in between both of us. And I looked back, like, damn, what you doing back here? What you messing with? And she said, nah, it just came off the wall and came down and tried to hit me. So I just laughed it off. Didn't really realize what happened. So we just kept on talking. And then there was a can sitting there on the shelf, a Monster drink that they was drinking. She was sitting there drinking. And she was saying something else to Fred. I don't really remember what they was talking about. But the can came off the shelf at her, right down onto her lap. She said, Fred, let's go. It's time to go. Her eyes got all big and shit. I said, well, man, for some reason, it don't like you either. I didn't know what else to tell her, but it don't like girls for some reason at all. It don't like girls whatsoever. I don't know what it is and what's going on with this thing. Come to think of it, I think my gram always told me that she was gonna haunt me and scare off all the girls that came around. So I don't know what's up with that. It seemed like whatever girls comes around, man, it don't like it. It don't like her at all. It don't matter who it is. It's definitely something different that it's been doing. Definitely something. And there was a room full here that seen that stick back there fall down, the ring stick. It came down first, and then the can jumped off the shelf right onto her lap. It definitely don't like you at all. At all. Thanks, Rita, man. We're here to have fun, man. That's all it is. Get to know people across the world, all the way around the world. We got all walks of life pretty much, from attorneys, doctors, lumberjacks. We got it all. And we learn a lot from each other, especially what's going on in you guys' neck of the woods, what's going on here in Pennsylvania. And we learn it's good to stay in touch with each other in the Bigfoot industry, Bigfoot world. Yeah, I'm gonna quit talking about it. I'm definitely gonna quit talking about it. Pay it forwards in the house, burn incense and get it high. Man, it don't work. That don't work. Trust me. I burn incense all day. It don't work. It is a lot of good people on here, Kelly. If you notice as you guys watch, there really ain't too much negative on here. There's no negative energy on here, and I want to keep it that way. I got a lot of great moderators. They will kick that ass if you get out of line. So it's been, for the most part, we've been having a good time. Let's keep it like that. Damn, Brian. His daughter was yanked up. Now that's some scary shit. If I get yanked out of my bed while I'm in there sleeping, watching TV or something, and some ghost just ripped me out of bed, shit. This will be my last night in here. That'll be my last night. I'll be sleeping in the back of my Jeep. I'm not sticking around here. F that. I'm cool with the little shit, like the shadow keep passing back there, and now the voices that's going on, and the little things. It ain't trying to hurt me. It's trying to hurt the girls that's around me. It'll tell a chick to get out in a minute. It don't give no F's. It will tell you to get out. Merry Christmas, Barbara. I need sage. I need something, because it is ramping up lately. It's showing itself. Whatever it is, it's definitely every time it shows itself. That's crazy, Brian. You got some crazy ass stories. I'm sitting here reading your comments, Brian. Man, you make me want to come down and do an investigation on your house. Now alone, your neck of the woods, out there where you're at. That's where I pretty much had my first sighting. It's out there back in Susquehanna. You're messing up your $1,000 vote. Don't break it, Rob. Don't break it, man. Frogman's in the house. Good to see you, Brown Dwarf. But yeah, guys, I had to come in. I ain't have much to talk about, just a few things. But I just couldn't go 2 weeks without seeing you guys. It's bad enough I got missed New Year's. Like last week, I told you guys that I wasn't going to be able to make it for Christmas or New Year's, but I had to do Christmas because I couldn't do 2 weeks without. This is like my little, what you call it, debrief. Whatever happens in the week, I sit here with you guys, debrief what happened, and move on to the next week. Audrey Allen, that means a lot, man. I appreciate that for sure. And Merry Christmas to you guys, and definitely to you, Audrey. And Annette, because I know you guys are sitting there cracking up, talking shit on me right now. But it is, we all have fun. We all have fun. Right? It feels more like Sunday. It really does, because like this is the first day I had. Well, this is the first week I had 3 days off. I had what was it? I got Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off. So it's I slept all the way from Thursday into Friday afternoon. It's I couldn't get enough sleep. It seemed like the peak is over, guys. I'm gonna have so much more time now to get out into the woods and do things, get shit done without being wore out, drugged. Like I felt like I was just getting drugged in the mud. I couldn't get no energy whatsoever. No matter what I did, I couldn't get enough sleep. I couldn't do much of anything these last 6 weeks. It's been hell. It's been hell. Working on 2-3 hours of sleep, trying to get to the woods. It's like, damn. But I'm ready. I'm ready to get back out there, get on it. get shit done. This year is going to be a whole different year. I'm coming at it with different ideas, different faces. It's going to be an interesting year, and we're going to be going to Colorado, Missouri. I can't wait for Missouri. That's a little bit later in the year. In the beginning, it's going to be Colorado. I can't wait to get to Colorado. That's like first on my list. I want to get out there to see Brian in his neck of the woods. I've been talking about that for a couple of years. It's time for me to catch up on some trips. And this year, I'll have some vacation time build up, paid vacation time, so I'll be able to disappear and take a couple of trips and be able to afford it this year. So that's a good feeling on itself. It's pretty much, I feel like I took this whole year busting my ass and work just to afford to do what I want to get done, what I want to accomplish. It's about to go down this year. Finally, things are finally doing good. I mean, and bad at the same time, fighting through this COVID shit and everything else. But there's a lot of good things going down this year. I can't wait. That's just number one. That 360 sky drone. That's just part of it. That's just part of it. In 4.5 hours, we go into full lockdown. Yeah, that's where we're still battling that part of the dumb bullshit, but I can't wait till that's over. It's got to end soon. It's got to end sooner or later. Renee, unless I get a lady friend, then I didn't think. Oh yeah, right. I got you on that one. You're right about that. While we're on the subject of the lady friends, it's update on them. I think Philly girl been here once since the ghost told her to get out. So I don't know what's up with her. She been acting weird lately. The other one, the so-called girl of my dreams type of chick, I ain't feeding into that too much no more. That's like, I don't know. I get the vibes like everything ain't right. So I kind of backed off of that one, left her be, and just moved on with life and been talking to other things. I don't know why I'm fixing money, why I'm live with you guys, but I had to get it out the way. It was all over the desk. Did I see the bomb that blew up in Tennessee? No, not really. When did that happen? Soon, just today or recently? Stay away from damaged goods. That's what I was thinking. Pay it forward. I got more ladies than nah, not really. There's just a couple, and I'm really single, so I really don't have any ladies. So you can't categorize me in that one. Just talking to people, and talking to that one, it's like I get the vibes like back way. You know what I mean? Just don't waste your time, pretty much. So that's what I've been doing these last couple of weeks, just like letting her do whatever she wants. Pretty much, if you're gonna be here, you're gonna be here. If not, then I'll check you out on the next run around. But I don't waste time, pretty much. One or none is the way to be. You said it, Long Island. I hear you, Season. You're dating, you're allowed. You're right. You're shy. Good point. I hear you, Keith. Yeah, kind of brown dwarf. I've been mingling. That's what I was talking about. There's just none that's really worth writing home to mom about, I guess. But sooner or later, I guess it'll happen. Other than that, I'm just gonna keep heading to the woods and doing what I gotta do. Hopefully everything else will come. It will. Everything else did come. I hear you, Rob. Yeah, they are expensive, Renee. But it's good to have one to take on them trips with me instead of going out there by myself. You know what I mean? Sometimes it is company's good to have on trips like that. And that one just wouldn't be in a position to take any trips anyways. It's like I'm really wasting my time. So I kind of left that one be. I mean, I do drive-bys and talk, hey, what's going on? See you when I see you, all right, bye. But it's nothing, we're not moving forward with anything anymore, pretty much. I just kind of stopped, pumped the brakes and just left that be. If you could understand what I'm saying. You just came back from Wizard Highway? I never heard of it. John Cunningham. She should be on here. I don't know. Mom should be on here. I ain't heard her. I ain't seen her on here yet, but she pretty good. Last week I said I wasn't coming on here, so she probably didn't think that I was going to be live. Who's in the picture behind? Oh, that's my gram back there. That the kids got me that for Christmas. It's pretty badass. It says "Rest in Peace, Graham" on the front, and in the back it says "I wish heaven had visiting hours." But that for the first 2 years of my research going up into the mountains, that woman took me up there, dropped me off, and never asked questions once on what I was doing up there, why I'm going up there. Then after 2 years, she picked us up one Sunday up there in the mountains, and on the way down, she says, "Jeff, what are you doing up here?" It was everybody, the whole crew was with us. Fair, Jeff, Mike, we's all getting picked up coming down off the mountain. She said, "Jeff, what are you doing up here?" I said, "We're hunting for Bigfoot." She looked at me serious. Like she is serious. She said, "Are you retarded?" Like, she was taking us up there for 2 years, never asked us for gas, never questioned anything. And all of a sudden, after 2 years, she goes say, asked us what we're doing. It's like I wasted my time for that. I mean, she's a great woman. I miss her. I definitely do. She was funny. She caught me off guard with that. She said, "Are you retarded? I was taking you up there, wearing my car down for you to look for that." It's like, it's funny. These sounds in this house is nuts. It is crazy. I hear you, Michigan Bigfoot. I hear you, man. I'm doing the same pretty much right now. But on a good note, I did get to spend the whole day with the kids. On my next video, like maybe in the end, I'm gonna add a couple clips from the Christmas of us being together, so you get an idea of what we was doing today. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I spent most of the day with him. I mean, we have fun. You know how Jeff is and Money and Mike when they're together, they just keep cracking jokes. Me and Jeff went out to the shooting range, even though it was like 18 degrees. My fingers were sticking to the gun. He got a couple new rifles today, hunting rifles, and we was out sighting them in. So we had fun with that, even though it was cold. And we just enjoyed the day, man. And now I get to enjoy the night with you guys. Thanks, Frog, man. Definitely hit that like button. Order down. It don't matter. There's 96 people watching. Let's get a couple of thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever you prefer. It don't matter. I think they just like you to hit anything. But other than that, it's been all right. I wanted to go to the woods this morning. I definitely did because of the fresh snow that laid down, but it's just too cold. It's just way, way too cold. Adrian, you have Annette's address. I got Annette's address. I'm gonna pass it out. Next time she call me a name, I'm gonna pass it out to a whole Bigfoot world, and then you guys can just send her all kind of crazy letters, like flirting with her and shit. It was fun, Kelly. We was out there blasting shit. I don't think I could I still can't hear from it. I mean, my ears was ringing from it being so cold out. It was just, I see you in that. Uh, Thinking about being outside. Let's talk about our last adventure. I screwed up. I screwed up big time on my last trip out, guys. I mean, I wasn't dressed for it. I came straight off of work, straight out of work, and headed straight for the mountains. I knew there was snow up there. I knew it was going to be bad getting in there, but I had to get out there, and I just wasn't ready for it. Once I got out there, man, I made 20 steps, and I was done. I had to turn back around. I got in the Jeep. I found two small plastic bags. I put them, tied them around my, like inside my shoes, around my socks, tied them up, and I tried it again. I went back out there. I made it maybe like 300 yards, and then they failed. I went out there with ankle socks, tennis shoes on. Like, man, it just wasn't working at all. It just wasn't working. So I went out there, and that crow, man, I heard that crow. It wasn't no crow. That thing was on the ground. It was maybe 50 to 100 yards out from me. And when it started crowing, it was crowing on the ground. And I started walking toward it. And then I heard it like maybe a couple hundred yards down in the bottom. Like, man, it's going away from me. I'm not chasing it. It was gaining ground fast. It knew I was there, and it just didn't want around me for some reason. I heard it pushing off, and my feet was freezing, so I just turned around. I headed back. It was just a short film. I want to get back out there and get shit done. There's like so much I want to do, so many different places I want to go to, and everything was pretty much stopping me. Especially Pete was kicking my ass at work. I might have told myself that I was getting ready to head to the woods while I was at work, but as soon as I got off, it was a different story. I just wanted to sleep. You guys are crazy. Somebody's here. My fault, guys. I'm just catching up on you guys' comments. And come down with the BS. I was just talking about good vibes. And there you go. Like I said, I got outstanding moderators and they are working good. So let's keep it PG a little bit. I mean, we can step out of bounds. We really ain't got no rules, but let's keep it positive. I hear you, Alyssa. Right after I left there, I didn't even think about it. As soon as I got out of there, I went down here at Tractor Supply and got a pair of them overalls. I got overalls. I'm ready for whatever out there. I will be back out there. I just wasn't dressed for it that day. And it kind of pissed me off because I was thinking about my last pair of I had a whole hunting outfit for when I was out in the woods, and I know where I think it is. and I just don't want to think about where it is. So I just went out and bought a new pair. I wasn't messing around with it. And if it was at my ex's, they can have it. I wasn't going to go argue over it just to get it back when I could spend $100 and get a new one. It just, you know what I mean? Saved all the drama. What happened? You're just seeing shit behind me. That's crazy. You guys are trying to freak me out. That's what you guys are trying to do. But I'm not even paying attention behind me at all. I'm not really wanting to do that. And my face is all up in the camera. My fault. I was trying to see you guys, your comments. I was checking you guys' comments out. I wasn't trying to show y'all my pimples that's popping up on me. But Brown Dwarf, I hear you, man. That sounds like you got a nightmare going on. Merry Christmas, Anna. Susan. What's going on, Jay? I'm glad to see everybody showed up tonight, man. I didn't think it wasn't going to be too many of anybody because of Christmas and everything. But I felt like that was more of a morning thing. Christmas was like waking up with the kids and watching them open the presents and everything. And then, you know what I mean? You got the rest of the afternoon, do whatever. So I decided to spend it with you guys. I need pants that are connected to the top of the snow boots. Yeah, I do. I got boots. I had low top tennis shoes out there, ankle socks. I just was setting myself up for failure last time. But as soon as I left there, I went straight to Tractor Supply, and I got some overalls. Yeah, I got some overalls, even though I'm hearing shit. It's Boxing Day in Canada. You're right, it is. Thanks, Rob. It means a lot. You know, I did see a couple comments, man. Them, you know, you can get 1,000 good comments in these videos, but that one bad comment, it just is like, damn. But they said that I'm not a real researcher or some shit along them lines about. Is there such thing as a good researcher out in this Bigfoot field? I mean, everybody has their own ways, their own techniques, and their own things that they do. In reality, there's no wrong way or right way. I just go out there and go for short adventures, see what I see, what's different out there, what new structures are made, just simple stuff like that. And I try to have fun while I do it. If you can't have fun while you're doing it, then why do it? You know what I mean? So I'm not going to just bow down to one person and do what they ask. I'm going to keep doing me. So I'm not going to change for anybody. To be honest with you, I'm just going to keep going out doing my little ventures, and whatever happens happens. And a lot has happened doing what I do. I've had a lot of sightings. I've had a lot of activity. I mean, I couldn't ask for nothing better. I couldn't. I'm still going to do what I do, no matter what they think on how I research, if that's what they want to call it. But I must keep on doing me. You know how that shit goes, guys. Thanks, Keith. Thanks, everyone. Ryan, pay it forward. After one comment, I see you in that. He tried that. Yeah, I did. And it didn't work out. It never does. It never does. And thanks, Kathy, Heather. Right, Mark? I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, man. And I need to do it a lot more. These last couple of months have just been shit. I ain't gonna lie. With the hunting going on, work and everything else. And it's just I know it's just excuses, but it's been a lot tying me up these last couple of months. I'll be back out there, man. I miss them woods. I miss them woods. It's like out them woods is my stress. It might be this time. It might just do it around this time. It might just start messing with me around this time. I don't know if you guys ain't hear that shit back there, but it's knocking on shit. Yeah, my ghost friend. It really ain't my friend. It more like my roommate that just don't give no F's. WD-40 my chair. You've been telling me that for like a year now, year and a half. But there's something going on behind me. It should be better after the holiday rush. It already is. Yesterday was the last day of peak at work. We're done with that shit. We're done playing Santa Claus for this year, man. It's over. You'll send me some. That's what's up. I hear you, Bob. You got a secret of mine? Because I definitely don't. All my secrets are out in the open. I think that's my problem. My whole life is out there. You guys know everything pretty much. I ain't got shit to hide. That's just me. I don't mind. WD-40 my Jeep. Damn, did you see that shit? Man, I was riding and that hole didn't look that big. It's crazy because right before I got up to that hillside, that hole, I don't know if I poked through the ice or what, but my whole Jeep dropped. My head hit the ceiling, bounced off. I was ready to just end the video there. This is getting bad. I might want to back out of this shit. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm by myself. I'm driving on ice down through this. There was nothing went through there but a couple of quads, and I'm driving over top of all it. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good feeling going in or coming out. That was just a whole bad day in itself. But I'll be going back out in the morning. I'm gonna try to get back out there. No, there ain't no trying. I'm going to be back out there in the morning. I just got to dress for it. You're trying to not talk about it. That's what I'm trying to do, Lee. Wear a seatbelt. I hear you. We're getting snow now. It snowed all day, all Christmas. We had a white snow. We had a white Christmas. That was cool. So by morning, I should be able to get up there, get back in. If I made it through the last storm back in there, I'll be able to make it in this storm. Thanks, Alyssa. That means a lot, man. Right, Keith? You said a mouthful, man. You said a mouthful. You guys are crazy. That's what happened here, Brian. We had it rained. The rain melted all the old snow, and it rained like for 2 days, and then it changed over. It started snowing, then all that rain just froze up, and then the snow's on top of it. So that makes for one hell of a drive. If you don't know how to drive on that shit, stay at home, man, because it's nasty out there. My four-wheel drive's like a tank. It will go anywhere at any time. It's ready. I need to find some snow tracks. That's where I'll be out there, man. I can't wait to get out and find. I usually do up there in Bigfoot land. That's why I keep going back up there around that area when it snows because I always find tracks back in there through that snow. like between 2 and 4 sets every time, every year. So I will be able. I want to get back up there and see if they got that peanut butter too. I left. I still got that peanut butter at the cave, and I got the peanut butter in between them rocks, in between the maze, that other and Bigfoot land, pretty much. The old schoolhouse. What about it? I always that old schoolhouse is from the 1800s, late 1800s, and a couple of years ago, Channel 4 News came out here to talk about it, to do like, I don't know, a documentary sort of thing on it, and they was telling the history on it. They were standing in front of it, telling the history on it. The cameraman was facing the person that was telling the story, and behind them, you could see the old schoolhouse. Well, in the window, a little 8-year-old, 10-year-old kid was standing there watching them through the window of that old schoolhouse. They caught on film, and it is definitely a haunted building. That whole area there, anyways, got a lot of history of the wars going on, the civil wars, and now that old schoolhouse. I don't know what bad happened in that schoolhouse, but I know something happened like one winter. I don't know exactly what it was, but now that I think about it, there was some that, like a teacher and a couple students ended up dying there or something. On something about the heat. They got snowed in or something. I don't know. I gotta do my homework on that before I talk too much about it. Like I know what I'm talking about, but there was something that happened there in that building, that old schoolhouse that I drive past to get back into Bigfoot land. I'm just not sure what. Right now, right after that, they put up steel sheets over the windows, over the doors. They don't want nobody in there messing around with it. What's the biggest track I found? It was huge. I would say between 23 inches. It was like a foot wide. When I found it, it scared me. It put fear in my body, like it was actually standing in front of me. Just to see something that big, something that has a foot that big, could be in the woods, it were right in the area with me. It like automatically set fear in me when I seen them tracks. That's the alpha dude up there in Bigfoot land. I don't never want to meet him. The size of his print is just, jeez. I never want to see that dude. He's got to be 12 feet. He's got to be big, 10 feet maybe. I mean, he's got to be big. To have a 20-inch foot, 23-inch foot, that dude's got to be a monster. And I don't want to meet him. I just don't want to be around something that big. Now the rest of them, they seem not that bad. I mean, they're pretty docile. They keep their distance, and they mess with me at a distance. I don't know what the big dude will do. I don't even want to find out. I don't even want to find out. The female that had that newborn baby up in the Bigfoot area, she's big. So I can only imagine how big he is. I mean, she was big. There's a lot of pictures on my Facebook page of her. If you guys didn't notice, of Into the Woods with Jeff on Facebook, you guys got to check that out. There's hundreds of pictures from the last couple of years of being out in Bigfoot land, down in the ravine, the maze area. We got a lot of activity out of that area. They trust me. I think so. From just being in there so long for so many years, they pretty much watched Jeff and Mike grow up. I mean, I went back a couple weeks ago to the older videos, and when we first started, Jeff was young, Mike was young, and you can see him in stages throughout the videos of them getting older out there doing different shit. The Bigfoots watched that. They seen them grow up pretty much. It's like they gotta know him. They know him well. They do react. Like this last time I was out there, I ain't been out there in a while, And then when I went out there, they started crowing. That was on the ground crow, not far out from me. You can tell they was on the ground when you heard that. It wasn't even didn't even sound like a crow. How many different groups? Um, I'd say one main one coming out of Bigfoot land. There's something different coming out of that cave area that I don't know what they are yet. I haven't seen them, but they're always there messing with me. Um, Sheila's World, that's a tribe. That's like a city up there. I ain't been there in a while, but Sheila's World, that's a whole different style of Sasquatch altogether. And that's about it. That's about it. I say two. Oh no. I just started going to Forbes State Forest, and that's something totally different too. That's a whole nother tribe up there. And that dude don't mind showing himself. I had a couple of people messaging me about that area, just tell me about the activity that they had, and they didn't even know that I was going into them woods. He described the same spot that I went into, the same activity that I've had. I mean, there's a Bigfoot up there that don't mind chasing people out. I almost believe that Bigfoot sicked them coyotes on me because he hollered, and like not even 30 seconds after he hollered, about 30 coyotes come rushing up that mountain right at me, straight at me. I mean, that freaked me out. I never had anything ever like that happen to where they was just all spread out across the mountain coming straight at me. 20, 30 coyotes, man. That's scary shit. I ain't been back up there since that happened. That was the last time I've been up there. That happened to me. It's freaked me out. Have I been zapped? Yeah, I definitely think I have been down in the ravine area. I remember like it was yesterday. I was coming up over where I had Bigfoot in the hole. I was in the backside of it. And as soon as I made it up top, I forgot where I was, who I was, how I got there, what I was doing for about a whole 45 seconds to a minute. I didn't know anything. And then it's like it all came back to me at once. Everything is like I got amnesia or something. Like I just got, I didn't know anything, and that scared the shit out of me. That freaked me out. I hope that never happens again. I mean, what if that happened when I was out there and it just don't, my memory just don't ever come back? That's how people end up getting lost out there. It's weird. That's a jacked up feeling. I never want to feel that shit again, ever. I see you, Woodburger. We definitely doing that. We definitely do. They use that to hunt. I think when they jump out on something, it freezes them stiff. Because when I was down here behind the waterfall, and I found that little like nest area in between the two rocks, and I was in there when I came out. That buck was just screaming like something was choking that buck. And when I turned around to go see what was choking that buck, up on that hill, that Bigfoot stepped out from behind that tree and just stood there and watched me. And I'm holding the camera on and filming. It's like I froze. And the only thing that I could think of, he got me. You messed up. There's nothing you could do. He got you. And I just stood there. And the whole time that buck was screaming to my left, he stood up there and watched me. He didn't want me to go around to interrupt whatever was going on with that deer. He just stood up there and watched me and wouldn't. And like I couldn't move. I was scared to leave. That if I left, he would chase me or grab me. So I just stood there and like, you got me. There's nothing I could do. You got me. And as soon as that buck stopped screaming, he faded back and squatted down into the bushes. And that's when I like backed away from him and I got off that mountain as fast as I could. But it was like 2 or 3 days later, I went up across that whole area and I found deer hair, like patches of deer hair all tore out everywhere up there. I didn't find the body, but there was like signs of a struggle, of a fight with that deer. I found all kind of crazy shit with that deer. What's going on, Central Florida? Right, Linda? It's all weird, but we gotta know. That's what I say too, man. And what it seemed like, the more you find out, it's like you really don't know anything. Then you just want to know that much more what's going on out there. And another thing that I seen, and I've been listening, like going to these like sportsman clubs. These old guys talk. Well, these old guys, man, they know some shit. If you just sit and listen to them. Why I say that is, if you notice, like all the offices from the game commission and all that stuff, if you take notice to their locations where they put them at, is they put them there for a reason. They're just didn't randomly go down the road and say, "There's a nice building, let's turn that into our office." It just don't happen like that. Like the one in this area is going up Dunbar Mountain on the right. It's called Betty Knox. Now that the story of Betty Knox, if you guys haven't heard, there was a woman that used to live in a cabin back in this old dirt road, and she would take, back in the 1800s, late 1800s, and she would take like all of her goods that she grew, whatever, and she would load it up on an ox and haul it up over the mountain through where I researched, up through like Bigfoot land, down in through the ravine, and up the other side of the mountain, up toward the powder mill. And she would trade her goods with the powder mill, and then travel back down through Bigfoot land, down in to get back down into where her cabin was. Well, throughout her doing that, I guess something happened where she came up missing, and going up through them trails up to the powder mill, and she was never found. Now they sent search teams out there for days on end, and they could never find her. And I guess like a month later or a couple months later, they there was hunters going through there, and they found the ox, a dead ox tied to the tree with a chain, and no sign of her or anything. But they in the area that they found that ox was area that they already searched numerous times, which threw them off. So now at the beginning of Betty Knox Dirt Road, they put the game commission office and their garage, their 4-door garage there, and that creek right there. Now this is the catch. It's called Dunbar Creek. Now they go in, they net it so far up and so far down, they'll net it, and they'll stock that creek with trout. They'll stock it around this time of year. They'll stock it up with trout, and you're allowed to go down in there and fish, but you can't take nothing out. You got to release whatever you catch out of there. Now, why are you allowed to fish but not keep what you catch out of that creek? They want them fish in there for a reason. There's a reason why they're feeding whatever. They're feeding them for sure. They're filling it at this time when it gets cold like this. They're flooding that creek with nothing but trout, and they stock it well, and they stock it often. So I think on one of these trips, I'm going to go down on that bottom side, down through Betty Knox, out that road, and see what I see what signs are going on the backside of the creek. We'll see what happens with that area. I'm going to investigate that a little bit more. I think I'm on to something with it, but I'm gonna show you guys instead of just telling you about it. Then you'll understand more what I'm talking about. Do I think they ambush their prey? No, from what I see out in the woods, like around the cave area in Bigfoot land, I think they chase them into a dead zone. They got areas like we do with cows to where they crowd them in and then they run them into a dead end. They'll put a square like a box up with trees. They're squared off to where it's dead end, and there's probably one back in behind there waiting, and you'll have a couple pushing these deer into that choke point, and I think they lynching them from that choke point. I think they're doing it just like we are with the cows. They funnel them to where there's right into a dead end where there's nowhere for them to run, where they go. And I seen them where they snap their legs. I seen their legs just snap back. I know that they're wounding them so they can't take off running. That's one of the first moves they make. They either snap their neck if they can, they'll grab their snout, snap their snout, or they'll snap a leg. But they try to kill them pretty quick. It's paranoia. Get caught up on you guys' comments real quick. Just for fun. Tell them again, man. That's why I was trying to get into that shit. Yeah, the government definitely knows about them. Without a doubt. They do things that keeps, yeah, they know about them. Have I found feathers? Yeah, that's what's up, Almerado. The devil monkeys have 3 toes. That's crazy. Thanks, Kelly. That was sweet, man. I appreciate that. And you're right. Wonder how that's possible for them to have three toes, but still have 5 toes. They leave 3-toe prints, but still have 5 toes. The snow plow's coming through. That's crazy. I didn't expect them this late at night, especially with the schools not running. The devil monkeys. Yeah, I was just going to touch on that. I did check that out on the devil monkeys, and that was a creation by the pretty much creation from the government years ago when they was doing what is the experiment on for shit. Like they wanted a super smart race that they can control, half human, half monkeys, and that's pretty much what they created. But in the end, they couldn't control them at all. But they super mean, and they're still around. They released them. I don't know, and I've heard rumors that they did use them. They did actually turn them loose in the Vietnam War. They turned them loose ahead of the platoons, and they pretty much went through the forest and wiped shit out. And then they sent platoons behind them to clean up. So I think they did put them in the. They do have them, but them devil monkeys, they're still around. They're in that area. That I think we're off limits to. We can't even go check it out. That is a good ass documentary. I watched that on the Devil Monkeys. Do I believe in dog man? I believe in there's different types of Sasquatch. Yeah, I think I almost yeah, I would say yeah. I haven't seen no dog man, but the stories that I've heard and from older people that live around the Appalachian and some of the problems that they've been having on the property, yeah, I would say they're here. They're more dirtier than Bigfoot are. They dig dens just like regular coyotes and wolves, just a lot bigger, and they're a whole lot more aggressive. The video that I've seen with what happened with that woman, with them coming into her house and doing that to her, yeah, they're definitely around. There's no doubt about it. They're around. Dog man are nothing to mess with. You come across a dog man, you start praying. That's what's up, Judy. A lot of dog men are reported in PA, mainly around the Appalachian Mountains. Anywhere along the Appalachian, I mean, they're out through the Appalachian. We're very monkeys, like, right, Emerald? I hate being quiet in here because then that's when you start hearing all these crazy ass sounds. Merry Christmas, Chris. Flying monkeys. No, but they're very highly aggressive. They're very highly aggressive. They do walk on 2 feet, but they're government creations. FFG, I definitely don't question them. I know they're out there. Thanks, Lisa. That means a lot, man. That means a lot. I appreciate that. That's a good question, Martha. But Cookie's back in the bed, hiding out. She's one of them cold-blooded creatures. Once it gets chilly out, she goes into hibernation mode. Cook, where you at, puppies? Everybody wants to see you. I don't know what she's doing. Here she comes. Come on, puppies. You're gonna make me pick you up. They're beautiful puppies. I love you, pup. They want to see you, not me. I didn't wake you up. They did. They said, "Where Cookie at?" I said, "Right here." I'm sorry you woke up. Don't take it out on me, puppies. You're up now. You can be all right. Here she is, guys. She pissed. She mad that I woke her up. She's funny. I didn't wake you up. Was you cold sleeping? They wanted to. They say, "Where Cookie at?" I said, "Hold on a minute. I'll get her." Go ahead, puppy. Go back to sleep. Don't cuss me out. Cookie's something else. That's my dog there. Send her some treats. Thanks, Heather. That means a lot, man. I definitely appreciate you guys for sure. You guys are like my therapist. Every time I got a problem, guys, this is what's going on next, man. I got run over by 4 18-wheelers. The train ran over top of me. I mean, I tell you guys all my stories. Everything that happens in life, it's like you guys know. That's what's up there. Yeah, she's a Chihuahua, a Mexican dog. She gets cold easy. But she's fun though. She's definitely fun. Now that's a jealous dog right there. She don't like nothing going on. You're gonna send me some WD-40 or cookie treats. That's what's up, Audrey. That's what's up. Every time I get out there, I say I'm going to get some, but when I get to the dollar store or any store, I just don't think of it until I get home and sit back down. Like, I knew I was supposed to get something. I forgot that damn WD-40. But that might not even work on this chair. It's been squeaking for a long, long time. But I can't wait. This year's about over, man. We just all gotta have positive vibes, guys. That this is gonna be a better year. It's all we can do. Just hope and pray that it's a better year and this COVID shit just goes away overnight. Wishful thinking, but let's just move on with life pretty much. Put this COVID shit behind us. They need to do whatever they're going to do and put this shit away. Make it go dormant or something. They need to do something. Did Ford make the chair? That's a good one. That's a good one because it does sound like my Jeep going down through the woods and shit, squeaking and cracking and breaking and shit. It seemed like it's in the shop more than I'm driving it. It's definitely time for a new one. These next couple months after I get the 360 camera, I'm going to see about getting a new car. Sooner or later, you need to chat with Lisa and that. You heard Audrey. What's the purpose of TP structures? I don't know, but it's definitely a universal thing. They do it everywhere from PA, Ohio, Colorado, everywhere in the mountains. They're making them. There's a lot of universal structures that I've noticed, from the X's, the arches, the leans. It's like all tribes are using the same universal structures. We just need somebody that's smart enough to go out there and put all these signs together. That's going on here, that's going on pretty much around the world. The same exact structures, the same double X's, the same things have the same meaning. So we just got to get somebody out there and figure out what that is and what their meaning is. But I see a lot of different structures in different areas that are the exact same structure. The exact same. I mean, it's like artwork. It'd be almost impossible for us to come up with that same structure, that the same design and this structure. You go half a mile down, you'll see that same exact structure. I mean, that's almost impossible for a human to do. To make them twigs do exactly the same twice. Oh, you fell asleep on me today. That's what's up, man. That's that turkey. You must have some turkey. Why is it freezing? I don't understand that. Can you guys see me, hear me? It looked like it's lagging here. Leave it to YouTube or my internet, one of the two. There it goes. I think it's going now. Are we good? You guys can hear me, see me? I hear you, Brian. I definitely was looking at what I was going to do for New Year's, man. And it's sad because everything's closed. All the clubs, bars, restaurants, everything's closed. It's like, what can you do? You want to go enjoy yourself on New Year's? Where? Because everything wants to be closed. It don't make sense, man. Thanks, Audrey. Right, John? It's fine on your end. That's what's up. But all right, guys. I think the plans are, I'm gonna go ahead and say the plans are, I do got one trip that I'm not gonna upload yet. I wanna start January off with like everyday videos without I don't want to miss no days the rest of this year coming up. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep building up some footage for you guys. I'm gonna get a couple trips out on film and start uploading the 1st of January. I think I'm going to, no, guys, I'm going to start it Monday. I'm going to start my first video coming up Monday and just start releasing them from that point on. I should have video every day back to back of me doing something, one thing or another, who knows what, but I will be out there doing something different. I can't wait to get that 360 sky view out and get him flying up. But it's this year finally over. Now we just got to move on, come up with some new plans, and see what happens for this new year. I can't wait. I'm excited for it. I got some plans. I got some trips I'm planning for. I want to get out there. It needs to start warming up already. Hunting's about over, so I ain't gonna have no worry on that end. I should be able to get out there with no problems. So I won't, next Friday I won't be doing a Friday Night Live because of the new year, and I plan on celebrating the new year, bringing that new year in with a bang. When am I getting the new camera? I want to get it sometime in January, but at the latest, the beginning of February. That new 360 cam is coming, guys. I'm definitely going to get that. I can't wait. We're going to blow your phone up. That's what's up. Good night, Brian. And with that being said, guys, I hope everybody has a great Christmas. You got to spend everything with your family, and even better New Year's. Drink one for me, guys, because I'll definitely be getting it in for you. And with that being said, guys, stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure, because who knows what I'm going to do next. But you guys know it's going to be crazy. Stay tuned, guys.